Very powerful question. One of the number one keys to wealth is delayed gratification. I've always preached that in order for you to build great generational wealth, you would have to delay gratification in more ways than one. You cannot build wealth, especially if you're starting from scratch like I did, right? You don't build wealth by obviously making a little bit of money today and then spending everything that you have on all your needs and your wants, right? There needs to be the 2, 3, 4, 5 years, if not more, of you plowing back 90 to, if not 95% of everything you make right back into your business, right back into investing, right back into all of the opportunities that will continue to bring about a flow of resource to you, right? So in building generational wealth, there's so many things that you want to own today, you want to enjoy today, that you won't be able to. In order to get to the point where you become stable, where you've gone back to back, getting things done, making a whole lot of putting that money into other opportunities, and you've done that over and over again before you can start to live a certain type of lifestyle. Now, we all know that the whole goal of this thing is to foster, a lifestyle, and obviously being able to transfer whatever we build to the next generation. In order for you to do that, especially again, like I say, if you're starting from scratch like I did, you will have to deny yourself of a lot of things. So the nights when, your friends are going out, or maybe you have friends that go out every other night, you can't be that person. You definitely have to have a grounding moment. I call it a grounding moment or a grounding period. This is the period where you can't party like everyone. You can't play like everyone. You can't be outside like everyone. You think about it today. If you're going to any restaurant, you're probably spending about $300, $400, maybe $500 on a meal. If you're going to a nice restaurant, if you're starting from scratch, $300, $400, $500 is like your whole life. Okay, you can't do that when you're still building, and even when you build to a certain point, you still can't spend that kind of money, because that money is your seed money. I say that all the time. Every little money you have coming into your pocket today is still your seed. The only way that money becomes your leisure money, where you can actually splurge a little bit, is if you've actually built an asset base that is bringing in a certain type of income or a certain type of revenue, whatever you want to call it, cash flow, more so cash flow, that obviously allows you to be able to do certain things. Up until then, you're playing the delayed gratification game. Delayed gratification is key to generational wealth. It's key to building anything of worth. Why? Because if you spend everything you make from day one, you will never be able to have more to make by day two. By day two, you'll be out of steam, right? So if you want the money working harder for you than you working harder, you definitely need to delay every kind of gratification that you may want to enjoy today, but you might have to push that out to another 4 or 5 years. That's what I did. In my situation, I definitely started making money at a very early age. And I thank God, because, I caught on with what was necessary for you to be able to build generational wealth. At the point where I started, investing in real estate, obviously I needed to have built up the capital to be able to do that. I came into this country by myself. I didn't have the support system that most people had. I had to do a lot of things myself. I paid my own bills, paid my way through college, paid my way through university. And so for me, it was a matter of, I needed to build up a base to even get my licenses. Okay. And then I built up a base to be able to invest in real estate. Then I built up a base to be able to do more of that. And keep in mind that while I was going out there talking about building generational wealth, I didn't have the capital to build generational wealth. I was teaching about what I already knew would work. I was teaching it, and then obviously empowering other people to invest in real estate. That obviously helped me make the money that I then used to invest in real estate for myself, right? So it's delayed gratification. Imagine if in my years of being licensed as an agent, or when we started the brokerage officially, and our first year as a real estate brand definitely was a successful year. That year we made so much money. I could have taken that money. I ran to the nearest dealership to buy the latest model of the S-Class or the latest model of a G-Wagon. I didn't do that. I've had the brokerage now for about 5 to 6 years, if not going on 7. And just only recently was I looking to change my car. And then just recently did I actually get a G-Wagon, right? Because those things in and of themselves don't matter. They don't matter until you can actually afford to pay for those things and not have to break the bank. And so that's what I did. I basically invested in what mattered, investing in assets first, and let the assets fund your liability. And in order to do that, you have to delay and obviously push back on the consumer appetite that most people have, and obviously make sure that you built a base before you actually engage in trying to live a certain lifestyle.